This is actually the very first time that I have read and finished a trilogy, because never before this have I ever read and finished a series. So this was quite an achievement for me. And from the title and the thumbnail, you already know which series, which trilogy I'm going to talk about. In today's video, I'm going to talk about A Good Girl's Guide to Murder trilogy, and I read these three books in a span of time, but I have my thoughts and I'm going to share whether you should read it, whether this is worth the hype, and what I felt, what I experienced, everything that I have to say about this series will be in this video, so stick around till the end. So starting with the start, the first book in the trilogy is of course A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, and I know that a lot of you have already read it. So in this video I'm not going to really share a lot about the plot, because first of all even I have forgotten it. So I'll only give you a basic outline and just share what I felt about it. So this very first book I read, I guess during COVID time or maybe after that, I don't remember. But when I read it, I just could not put this book down. This is about a teenager named Pip, and she actually has an assignment, and in that project she decides to open a case that happened in her town 5 years ago, and it was about a murder case about a girl named Andy Bell, and she decides to reopen it because according to her it was not solved properly, and she does all the investigations again, and there are just so many twists and turns that come up. So when I read it, I was already, I think I was in a reading slump, but as soon as I picked this book, I just could not put this book down because it was very interesting, very engaging, and I was totally hooked to the book. It was that good, and those of you who have read it will surely agree with me that it was very interesting, and the plot was very fresh, and it was very unique, something I've never read before. So this book was very interesting for me, and then after reading this book I got to know that okay, there are other books in the series as well, but that time I did not think of reading other books. So last year in 2024, I decided to read its second book because I was seeing a lot of hype around this whole trilogy. I was seeing a lot of people, hyping the third book, and they were very shocked and everything. So I wanted to know what's the ending and how this whole trilogy ends. And so for that, I actually had to read the second book in the trilogy, which was Good Girl, Bad Blood. And I started reading it, and I have seen a few reviews where people have not really liked this book that much as compared to the first book, and I'll agree because the first book actually builds the plot. There's a lot of development, and everything is new and refreshing. So reading the second book may be a little underwhelming for a lot of people, but I personally liked it, not more than the first book, but it was not a bad read either for me. So this book actually explores a new case where Pip is engaged in investigating that case, and there are a lot of repercussions as well which Pip has to endure, and she does it eventually. And there's another case which floats around in the second book, and there's equal tension, intense emotions can be experienced, and I liked it. I finished it quite quickly, I feel, because I was really engaged in it. And then comes the turn of the last book. So I did not have the paperback of that book yet, and then I ordered it because I was like so determined that I have to read it. I have to know what's the actual hype about it, because let me tell you, there were a lot of reels that I came across where people were saying that when you read the first book, you are so happy and all, and you are very curious, but once you read the last book, you actually know how the title actually makes sense of the first book, which is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. And both the reactions were so opposite to each other that I really wanted to explore it myself, that what's going to happen now. I was like, this, I want to know what the hype is about. I want to know what's there in that third book. So finally I ordered the book, and I did not read it for a while. I had that book on my list for months until I recently picked it up and I read it. And there in this book is actually a serial killer. Now it's about Pip saving herself from the serial killer, because until so far what we have seen is that Pip is the one who is saving people, who is investigating into other people's cases. But what will happen if she's the one who is in danger? Will there be anyone to save her? So this is like the basic outline of it. So this book is also, I think, the longest among the trilogy. I'm not really sure about the other two books' length, but I feel that this is the longest book. But anyway, I found it to be a bit exaggerated, because the plot only revolves around one or two important things. And I found it a little exaggerated here and there, and I just wish that this book ends soon. And also I wanted to know what's the hype, so I had to continue reading it. But I feel that I just did not really feel the hype which others felt, or maybe I was expecting way too much from it. I mean, the shock, the major twist that comes, I was like really shocked. And there were definitely moments where I was actually, on the edge. But other than that, I don't know what really went wrong with me in this book. I did not really resonate with others' emotions regarding this whole, book. So maybe I think I just expected way too much, and that's the reason why I got disappointed so much. This is what happens when I actually read a book with so much expectations, because I know consciously, subconsciously, I'm just expecting some major twist that I know I'm not going to be satisfied with any minor twist. This is what, how I think when I'm reading such books. But anyway, this is what I felt about all the three books. And among the trilogy, I would say that the very first book, which is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, is my most favorite. Then the second book, and then the third book. I don't even know if I can call the third book my favorite, but anyway, in the same order, I liked reading these books. Now the question that comes here is that should you read it? I will say definitely you should go ahead and read it. It's an amazing trilogy and it really engages you in it. One personal advice that I'll give is that, if possible, just read all the books back to back without any gap, because it will help you connect with the characters and the plot in a much smoother and much easier way. This is one thing I will say, and you should definitely go for it. It's an interesting plot, it's an interesting story, something you will definitely enjoy reading, but just do not expect too much. An amazing series, no doubt, but too much expectations from books, I know, can really ruin your mood. If you have already read this trilogy, then let me know in the comments below how you felt about it, and I would love to know. And this is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. Also leave a like and a comment below. I'll see you in the upcoming videos. Until next time, take care, keep reading.